Boy, now I kind of wish I'd written something. See, I think I thought I would come up here and it would all just sort of flow, you know? Like, I would be so overcome with emotion that my deepest heartfelt feelings would just pour forth in an uncontrollable geyser of honesty. Or at least I would be able to fake my way through something that sounded intelligent. I mean, come on, how many times have we done that in class over the last few years? I've tried nothing but my hardest in all of your classes. That was close. Where was I? Right, just totally taken aback. This isn't like anything I'd ever imagined. You see, I've never been to one of these before. At the college level, I mean. I've been to graduations, right? Let's see, there was 5th grade, but that one wasn't really all that significant. I think after that, we just had more than one teacher. And puberty, that was big. That would have happened without the graduation. Middle school, all I remember from that horrid experience was being packed into our school's auditorium with hundreds and hundreds of parents, teachers, administrators, and we were all wearing some ridiculous clothing, and there wasn't even air conditioning. I mean, how crazy is that? Thank God we came to a school that would not put us through that kind of experience. But high school graduation, that was the first ceremony I'd been to where I really felt something. I mean, sure, I'd been to weddings before, but they weren't mine, so I didn't care. And I'd been to bar and bat mitzvahs, but those were more about limboing than anything else, as far as I could tell. No, high school graduation, I felt like I had accomplished something, you know? I mean, I was out, I was free, I was going to college. I had no idea what that meant, but it was huge, right? It was my first leap into the unknown. Granted, it was a sheltered unknown that at times was closer to camp than the real world, but it was an unknown nevertheless. Still though, even with the high school graduation experience, I find myself so amazingly unprepared for the magnitude of this moment. So unprepared that I'm still having trouble processing it. Knowing, you know, what to think or how to feel or what to say. Strangely though, I've had some of my peers come up to me in the last couple of weeks with suggestions for what they thought I should talk about. For example, Anne Sagan. Anne Sagan thought I should address the manifestations of dominant patriarchies that inform the ramifications of our actions within the emerging global community. A Joy Vase. A Joy thought that it was essential for me to advise everyone to attempt to negotiate the more sparsely traversed incarnation of a bifurcating passage. It apparently makes all the difference. And Ben Meyer wanted me to talk about Ben Meyer. Always looking out for you, buddy. Which reminds me of an interesting fact about our class. Do you realize we have 11 Bens graduating here today? 11. Now, you parents might not believe me, but count. Count when they're calling all the names. It'll give you something to do when your kid's not up here. 11. 11 is so high. And the great thing is that all 11 of them defied the odds. Right? Because 1 out of every 11 students that came in as a freshman didn't make it here. Didn't make it to this moment. Gentlemen, you are true role models. You 9 Davids, take note. There's a lot to learn. But all you other names, don't worry. I spoke with Bruce Pock and the admissions staff, and they assured me that they are striving for more equal representation. Right? They're actively recruiting more Shales, Femkas, Kelvins. Word on the street is that the class of 2011 will have 9 Ahmeds. So I think we've left our mark. Right, but when we first got here, our legacy wasn't so clear. Right? I may be the only one, but I remember when Bruce Pock was at our orientation illuminating some of our class's more unique characteristics. He said we had a stunt kite flyer amongst us. So naturally, I anticipated seeing crazy aerial maneuvers on the quad every Saturday, right? Brian Castle, you let me down. I expect to see a kite dive bombing everyone as soon as you walk across the stage. And we had a pipe organ tuner and someone who sang the national anthem at a massive naturalization ceremony, right? So I heard this and I thought, wow, those two were meant for each other. I have got to set them up. So Nick, Hayden, you're welcome. But after 4 years here, though, I really feel like everyone has something special to offer, right? We may not all have been the DECA national champion or the #1 ranked dual athlete in the country for our age group, but we all had stories, experiences, perspectives that, for me at least, has made it a real pleasure to get to know all of you. Except for you, Gustavo. You're no fun. All right. I guess we did have some good times freshman year. Alex reminded me of those wildfires and all the ash raining down from the sky, right? We had to wear those doctor's masks with our Halloween costumes. God, the sun was so blotted out by the ash, the sky looked like this dark red post-apocalyptic haze. And at that point, I really questioned my decision to come out to California. Wow, so many memories are going to be gone when we leave here. Transfer students, if you'll indulge me for a second, I'd like to reminisce. Is that cool? Is that cool? Let's see, I already talked about the wildfires. President Oxtoby's inauguration ceremony. I mean, we really lucked into that one, right? I mean, what future classes are going to remember salsa dancing to a live band on this quad? Or stealing folding chairs, signs, and really anything that wasn't bolted down. And our men's basketball team hosted Colorado College in the first round of the Division III NCAA National Tournament, right? After beating them by 24 points, I think we established once and for all who is the most athletically superior liberal arts college west of the Mississippi River. Yeah! What? No, Alex, haven't you seen the shirts? CMS is bad at sports. That's a fact. That all seems so long ago now. 3.5 years. I mean, we've come such a long way collectively. Right here to graduation. To the precipice, as they say, right? And even after our $120,000 education and our 4 years of eager, thoughtful, and reverent pursuance of knowledge, we're still stuck feeling unprepared. I mean, I know I am, because there are no notes to prompt us, and there's no script for us to follow anymore. We're gonna have to improvise, go with the flow, speak, think, and act off the cuff. And there's going to be a huge audience. The whole world is watching us. So I think it's natural to be nervous. And I think we should fear what lies ahead, because it's the unknown. But think of how far we've come collectively, and how many unknowns we've already faced. I mean, the good thing about winging it is that we can't really get it wrong. Or at least no one will know if we do. So with that, I wish you all good luck in the future. We're out.